Hi guys, Fuzz here, sorry. Just been running around, I'll be right with you all. And we'll get started. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'll just be another minute and then we'll crack on with the stream. Sorry about that, folks. Bit of a false start there. Hi, Floop, Jack, Jeb, and Lady. Thanks for joining us. And I can see a few others are in the channel as well. So we're just starting our stream here with Final Fantasy XII. Hello to Greg. Yes, sorry that was a bit small, that writing, but how you doing, Greg? Good morning to you. And it's 20 to 3 here in the UK, so I think that just about classifies as afternoon, doesn't it? Right, so last night we were streaming the game, and we managed to get a couple of hunts done, which was pretty awesome. And I said we might crack on with some more hunts today, or we might go on with the story for a little bit. But I think we're going to carry on trying to get some of these hunts down. I don't really want to go into the Nebreus Deadland dungeon yet, since it's quite a tough place, that. And I don't think we're quite prepared for it. Hi yourself, welcome, and Alice. Just to check, can you guys hear me okay? Am I coming through? Everything alright there in terms of sound? I hope so. Oh, you finished the Final Fantasy 15 demo and that was your first time playing, was it, Floop? Oh, brilliant, Greg. Oh, I'm glad you said that. It means that everyone can hear me okay. Yeah, it's not long to come out now, is it? What is it, the 6th of March? So, well, it's the last day of February today, isn't it? Or was it a leap year? I can never remember. Either way, next week, the game's coming out. The future, yeah. Peritin, hello, mate. Are you on Final Fantasy X at the moment, are you, Alice? Are you going to play Final Fantasy X too, or just go straight to Final Fantasy XII after you completed that one then? I was looking for hunts, wasn't I? Right then, what hunt should we do? A Dark Rumour. This one is Belito, located in the Nam Yen Sansi, or Nam Yenza Sansi. I think we can do this one, even though it might be a little bit tricky. We could even probably do the first part of Gilgamesh. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, I think we could. Right, let's go ahead though and make our way over to the Sansi first. So I just need to check exactly where we need to go. Oh, Amiga, yeah, he's quite tricky. He's quite tricky. And two trophies away from Platinum, are you, Alice? That's not too bad then. What trophies are they? Are they tricky ones? I don't really remember the trophy for Final Fantasy X, in all honesty. It's been a while for me. Oh, that's right, this guy's hidden, isn't it? A Dark Rumour it's called. I've got my little log thing here so that it should guide us. Alright then guys, so for those just joining us, welcome. What we're going to be starting off with here today is a Dark Rumour, which is a hunt we picked up from Mont Blanc yesterday. So we're going to go ahead immediately and make a start with this. And that means teleporting over to the Ogre Yenza Sansi. And we need to actually go through the 13 caverns in order to get to this particular dungeon, even though it's in the Nam Yenza Sansi. So if I just bring up my map here. And I think we need to go through that exit there. That's the central junction area. And that'll actually take us into the Zatinan Caverns. And we can exit that into a secret area of the Nam Yenza Sansi. So it sounds confusing, I know. but I'm pretty sure this is the way we have to go for this one. Hello, Lionheart. Oh, pleased you could join us today, mate. How you doing? So has anybody else managed to get their hands on the Final Fantasy 15 demo? And if so, did it play okay for you? Because I know a few people on the Steam forums were saying they had issues with it. But the good thing about there being a demo, I guess, is you can get a good idea as to how the game itself is going to run when it comes out on March the 6th on your computer. I know one or two have told me they just could not get the game to run at all, which is a little bit unfortunate. I had to adjust a few settings myself, but overall it did seem to work quite well in the end. A killer bow? I don't remember that weapon actually. I remember the name of it, but I don't remember it being there. It's a bit of a downgrade though for our archer, so I won't bother equipping it at the moment. So this is the refinery area, okay. We actually want to head across. I've come the wrong way here. So I could be making a mistake, but I'm pretty sure this hunt that we're doing, even though it's in the Namyenza Sansei, we don't just go to the Namyenza Sansei as we normally would. Instead, we have to access it through the Zertinan Caverns, which are from the central section here. Jeb, did I play Nier Automata, whatever it's called? Yeah, I did actually, but not for long, unfortunately. Not because I didn't enjoy the game, but just for various reasons due to time and stuff. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed what I saw of it, and I love the way that it was an action game, but it just kind of switched genres every so often. One moment you're doing third person fighting and what have you, the next minute you're playing R-Type, and it just seemed like a really, really fun game, so I do want to get back to it at some point. Yes, Alice, there was a demo released a few days ago for the PC. So, I have done a couple of videos on it if anyone's interested to see how it plays. Although, if you've seen Final Fantasy 15 on the PS4 or Xbox One, then it's not going to be a whole lot different. The demo basically contains the first chapter of the game. And I just need to see if it's this exit to the Namyenza Sansei or another exit to the Namyenza Sansei. It's the Withering Shores is where we need to actually exit. So you'd have to... Oh, there's Sight and Seeing. I needed that as well, so I'm glad we picked that up. If you own Final Fantasy 15 on PS4, then you might be interested to know that the Royal Edition is coming with an upgrade pack, so that those of us that just own the console version can upgrade to the Royal Edition without having to purchase the game again. That said, I am purchasing the PC version of the game, but mostly for YouTube purposes more than anything else. Yeah, Jack, that's it, the long car push at the start. Ah, right, this is the secret section of the Namyenza Sansei that I'm after. And the guy that we want to kill is level 49. But he also has some ads with him as well. So we'll see how we get on here. I might summon Exodus because I just love using Exodus at the minute. And I didn't use him much in my PS4 walkthrough. Just have a bit of a drink then. Make sure we've got enough caffeine for this fight. And we're going to go around. And who's this?
So we've drawn you out at last. A moth cannot resist the flame. Now you will burn. Long time no see, Baldir. I've been biding my time trolling for hunters. So long you've kept me waiting. I was beginning to think you didn't care.
You are looking rather
Lionheart. First of all, congrats on getting the platinum for that game. There's some tricky portions to do that.
Requires a sharper tongue to keep its edge.
And basically, the Royal Edition does include some extra things as well, over and above the Season Pass. In particular, Insomnia is being expanded, the city, and it's going to be a new dungeon with new quests and new bosses, amongst other things as well. So that's the first thing to note. There's also going to be a few additions, such as the ability for the player to sail their own boat, and that will unlock new areas as well. A new Armiger-style weapon attack, and a few other bits of bonuses as well. So Lionheart, even though you've got the Season Pass, if you love the game, or if you enjoy the game I should say, love's a bit of a strong word, but if you enjoy the game then it might be worth still getting the Royal Pack for the extra things that you will get with that. Right then, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, so we need to concentrate first of all on keeping the boss till last. So I don't have Dispel Go, unfortunately, but Penelo can dispel the others, one at a time. And once we've done that, we can go ahead and summon Exodus. I'm going to set Varn up as well. I was going to say to cast X potions, but he already is. That's absolutely fine. Are you playing Secrets of Mana as well, are you, Alice? I've done about 7 hours of that game, so I'm probably about halfway through it. Yeah, hopefully that made sense, Lionheart. I was also reading the notes I've got written down here to take these guys on at the same time as spewing all that information out, so apologies if it came out a bit jumbled. Oh, some nasty attacks. Nasty, nasty attacks. Let's try and kill Bwagi. Okay, Bwagi's down. So we'll make sure that Varn's going to stay alive here. And then I'm going to summon Exodus, as I said. Exodus is a really powerful Esper. His Comet attack generally obliterates everything. Yeah, the expansion, it sounds interesting, Lionheart. So we want Comet, first of all. Oh, we could try Ardor. Does this get rid of Exodus? I don't think it does it? I mean, Exodus. Let's test it, I guess. That didn't do a whole lot, but Comet is really powerful. Comet does like 7,500 to 10,000 points of damage when it hits. And the good thing is, Exodus acts like a tank. The enemies always go for him. He has a ton of health, more than the max amount, which is why even when he takes damage, it doesn't look like he drops below 9999. That's the most the display can give. But also he has Cura Jar as well, which is very, very useful. Oh, okay, Alice. Well, I hope everything goes okay with your daughter. I'm sure it will. And Eric, hello. How you doing? Yeah, thanks for joining us, Alice. Let's try and stand out of the damage range here. We did it, I think. Yeah, we've done it. So Exodus has pretty much been able to take care of most situations for us, hasn't he? Up until this point. Raza, that text that you saw me using there, those tech attacks, were being cast by Exodus. He's an Esper that I've recruited from the Mosforan High Waste. So once I've summoned him in battle, we can actually control him in order to unleash his abilities. Now, if you've played the original Final Fantasy XII, that's something that you can't do. You can't control the Espers. But in the Zodiac Age, they last 4.5 minutes once you've summoned them, up from, I think it was 1 minute or 1 minute 30 from the original. And you can actually take control of what attacks they do. So Espers have actually become useful in the Zodiac Age. And as you could see there with Exodus, he does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Yeah, he has, hasn't he? He'll become a legend in his own time, though, Jack. Maybe we can take on Gilgamesh. The thing is, I don't know if the Exodus strategy is going to work too well because we have to steal from him. Mind you, we could do that because Varn has Exodus, so he can still steal while Exodus is commenting the poor guy and the dog. Is the dog in the first fight? I can't remember. I think he is, isn't he? Right, Exodus, you can leave us alone now if you don't mind. Yeah, heal us up and then go the way of wherever it is that espers go when they're not being used. And I'll just check for any treasure chests before we leave this little secret area here. But there isn't any. So I think we can safely assume that we're done now. One thing that I do want to do actually is just go ahead. I just want to check something. Self MP less than 10%. Okay, I'm just going to leave that for now. Oh, thanks, Jay. Yeah. I didn't really do much. Exodus did the work for us, to be honest. That's right, isn't it, Jack? So we battle him twice, don't we? The first time, he's a lot easier, and then the second time, we wouldn't really stand much of a chance against him. Would we? Not yet, anyway. Since we're still too low level, and what have you. So we're just running back to the save crystal at this point. And we also collected the sight unseeing technique from this dungeon as well today. Hello, Abhijit. Yeah, thanks for that. How are you? You alright? It's early for you, isn't it, Abhijit, in India? Yeah, good point, Lionheart, good point. I haven't used a whole lot of lever on this playthrough, to tell you the truth. I thought I had a gambit set up with it. But apparently I do not. I guess we can set one up briefly. What's that for, Abhijit? Hang on, where am I going? I suppose we're going back to the orange crystal, aren't I? Yeah, sometimes when I'm reading chat I get a bit distracted. Let's just bring the big map up here. Yep, so we're heading down there and across, got it. This place can get a bit confusing since every part of the area looks the same. It's a good job we have the map. At least it hasn't gone the Great Crystal route and deleted that from us. That would have been annoying. Hi folks, welcome to those that have just logged in as well and joined us on the stream here. We've just taken care of our first hunt today. And now we're thinking about going over to tackle Gilgamesh. Well, that's quite a challenging one. And it means going over to the Lhusu Mines. Oh, that's no problem, Abhijit. Sorry to hear that you're not having a great day, mate. Yeah, it kind of sucks, doesn't it, when everything starts going wrong. Any snow where we are? Yes, there is actually, Groovy Cashew. Quite a lot, in fact. I mean, it's actually stopped snowing now. The last time I poked my nose out about 5-10 minutes ago. Hi, William. Welcome, mate. Oh, I see what you mean, Abhijit. You're talking about float, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Cheers, Abhijit. Appreciate the tip. Yeah, I couldn't really be bothered to use Ash. Just for the sake of avoiding the traps, because they're not very powerful in this place anyway. But when we're going to the Lhusu Mines, that could certainly be useful. And I haven't used her a whole lot recently. She seems to be slacking in levels, so it'd probably be a good idea to bring her out into battle. Yeah, no, so the snow stopped at the moment. But the forecast says we can expect a lot more, which isn't good. Here in the UK, we're just not equipped to deal with snow, or any weather extreme, to be honest. Right then, so Lhusu Mines is where we're off to here. And we do need to steal. Okay, I haven't actually... Let me just see if I can bring up a map for the Lhusu Mines, because I haven't explored it. And most importantly, I want to see where the treasures are. Because is this the dungeon where we can get the magic? What's it called? Scathe. I've not done it in World of Final Fantasy, Greg. I haven't actually got that far in that game. I would if I could, Jack. I would if I could. Oh, hello, Mr. Reflex. I didn't see you there, pal. Right, Lhusu Mines, Zodiac, Age, Map. Sorry guys, I'm a bit unprepared here. I wasn't actually expecting to do this particular hunt today. And what I want to do is make sure we don't miss the treasures while we're here, you see. Since there are some good ones. There are some good ones. Yeah, there is an Esper called Zodiac. No, Zodiac. It's Zodiac. And he's super powerful. But he's also really hard when you fight him, so I'm not prepared to take him on just yet. So it's in the staging shaft. The Scathe magic. And now I just need to bring my map back up here, so I can see where I'm going. So it's quite a ways into the dungeon, in all honesty. Maybe we'll be able to get it, maybe not. Right, let's go ahead. We'll bring Ash in. We'll say goodbye to Varn for now. We'll use Ash to cast Float, which she is going to be doing, that's good. What cure magics does she have? Only cure and cure, which kind of sucks, actually. We'll get rid of antidote and choose remedy. I don't know if she can remove stop, so I'll choose Kronos Tear as well. Change decoy on Balthea to Bosch. Ally any haste. Okay. I think we're looking pretty decent there. Penello is also set up. And Bosch is of course set up. Let's go ahead and see who can wear something decent, such as experience gain. That'll be Ash. Okay, and we'll gain some gil as well. Alright then guys, well this place is going to be really tricky. But hopefully we'll be able to make some good progress as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and save my game at this point. That way if it all goes wrong, at least we're not losing too much progress. Although in all fairness, you do have the useful autosave, don't you? Haste, Mr. Reflex, in the Zodiac Age. I think that's located in Eriot Village, where Fran's people are located and live. Oh, we actually only need Varn because I think he's the only one with steel.
Now we fight.
Right, let's slow down a touch. First of all, we'll take care of the doggy anyway. How much gil do I have? 360 something thousand. Well, since Ash is buff now, I should be able to get rid of her in a moment's time here. Let's just head over. I'm going to bring Varn back in mainly because he can do guild toss and he can also steal. And we're going to equip him with the Thieves' Gloves, Thieves' Cuffs, sorry. And I don't think this guy has anything to steal for the first few stages. Yeah, like a potion. How exciting. So in the next stage he'll have an X potion. I need to turn silence off. It's not really required at the moment. I do love these fights against Gilgamesh, even though this is only the easy one. I mean, the second one's more interesting. But the music and all sorts just all come together really well. Let's go for a single guild toss, try and speed this up here. Yeah, we'll get both of them. Got 5k damage. It's going to speed things up. Let's do another one. The sooner we get rid of this, the better. Thanks, Abhijit. Right, there goes the dog. Now it's just a case of taking down the life bar of this guy until we can steal some more stuff. And we know when we get into a new phase because he switches his weapons or something. And that's a sign then that we need to start stealing once more. And we do need to steal before we switch his phases again. And I don't know why he's ignoring Lure there. Okay, so we also get some gear from the cat ear hood when the phase switches.
Gilgamesh!
Is it the same music, is it, Greg? Oh, that's good that they brought that across.
Scoured have I the furthest marches, east and west, and now my search brings me here, to you.
Yeah, World of Final Fantasy really does play homage to all of these older Final Fantasy games, doesn't it? So I want to be able to steal once again before he goes into the next phase, although it's not too important if we miss, it's only an X potion, or a potion or something. Let's just speed things up again. So any moment now, there we go, we're going into phase 3. And this is the final phase where we can steal rubbish, such as potion or X potion. But we'll go ahead and do so anyway. After that, we can get a Genji shield, and then the final phase, the Genji glove. So any moment now we'll be going down into phase 4. There we go.
I fought worse.
And now we just want to start stealing. So this fight is actually really easy. It's the second phase, or the second time we fight him, where things get really tricky. And we need to keep stealing here. So I'm just going to turn on the gambit. Protect. Let's just get rid of one of these. Need to change it to foe first. And I might have to turn gambits off. Oh no, we've got the Genji shield. Wonderful stuff. That didn't take too long. So now we've just got one more phase where we can get the Genji glove. And then we can actually kill this guy. Hi folks, welcome to those just logging into the stream. I can see a few have joined us over the last few minutes. Yeah, this is a unique fight, Abhijit, where you can steal multiple times throughout the fight. I think it's the only battle, well, the only enemy in Final Fantasy XII where that's even possible. But since it's also like the only opportunity to get the Genji gear, or a lot of the Genji gear, I think a couple of pieces you can get duplicates of. It is really important to do so. So final phase now, we'll turn the Steel Gambit back on. Yes, use the Ultima. I think, yeah, I think it's Ultima first, or Omega. Basically, for the Great Crystal, just do them in the order that I've done the videos in the playlist. That's the order I did the Great Crystal in. So any of the Great Crystal videos, watch them in order, and you'll be absolutely fine with that place. Well, I say absolutely fine. That dungeon sucks like there's no tomorrow. It really does. Even with a guide, it can be a real pain. But yeah, you need to follow those videos in order, really. I mean, even if you don't, then mostly it's not a big deal. But like you say, I think there's one gate that's shown in the Ultima video. I think it's the Ultima video that you'll miss if you don't do that one. So we can't do anything at the moment because of this paling, which is quite annoying. I do want to get the Genji glove.
This sword I wield is no counterfeit.
Okay, so can we start stealing again now? I might have to just turn the Gambits off with Bash and Penelope. Get a little bit too low on his health here so we don't kill him before we get the steal. Oh no, we got it. Wonderful. There's the Genji gloves. I was just thinking, guys, I'm not going to try, but if you reset this fight now, can you steal that stuff again? Like I say, I'm not going to do it, but I'll be interested in knowing that, actually. It just came to my head as a thought.
This sword I wield is no counterfeit.
Yeah, I don't mind talking about spoilers. People can look away if they don't want to know. It's almost down here. So we'll go back and save once we've killed this guy before we go ahead and explore further into the mines. Oh, thanks, Abhijit. Yeah, managed to get the first fight of Gilgamesh done and dusted there. So he goes much further into the dungeon now. I don't think we'll be able to take on the second battle with him at the moment. Though I would like to get close to it simply because of the fact that he's close to the Scathe magic that I do want to get, since that's going to help us substantially throughout other areas of the game here. So let's head back to that save point there. Right, that's good, we're saved, so those couple of pieces, the first two pieces of the Genji gear is ours for good now. And we could give that to Varm, or we could give it to Bash, actually. It's probably a good one to give it to, but he would lose Bubble Belt then, but that's fine, because we can just keep casting Bubble on him. So what accessories is it? Genji armor. And he could also have the Genji shield. It's a sort of decent upgrade, I guess. I mean, the stats are pretty much identical in terms of the total amount, but it's the Genji stats, so... yeah, let's go ahead and learn that Genji armor license for Bash. If we can find it, that is. There it is. Okay, right, I understand the question. So, Redas joins the party towards the end of the story. And at that point, a whole host of optional content also becomes available to the player. And do you become disadvantaged if you complete the story to the point where you lose red ass and then go ahead and do that content? The short answer is yes, you do become disadvantaged. The long answer is still yes, but not that much. Red ass does help a fair amount, but it's not absolutely required to do the optional content. He's a bonus more than anything, so I would make the most of him while you've got him. But if it's too late, if you already completed the game to the point where you get rid of him, and you've saved, then you don't need to go and restart the game or anything at that point. You should still be fine in order to, you know, continue on with the other quests and stuff, even without him. He's also useful when you're progressing through trial mode as well, if you're playing the Zodiac Age. So hopefully that answers the question for you. Just see if there's anything else interesting for Bash to learn while we're here. But it doesn't look like there is. So we'll leave that for now. And I'm going to take the bubble belt off him, which might sound stupid, but we can just cast bubble on him to replace that. And we'll give him the Genji shield as well. Let's see how that looks. There it is, look. He's looking a little bit more Gilgameshy now, isn't he? So we're going to go and set bubble up. Here on Bash. Just like that. Yeah, no problem. And here's where things get a little bit tricky now. I know I've saved, but since I've just sorted out my gear and we're probably going to die, probably help to save again. And it's going to be hard now, getting over to where we collect Scathe. I could literally just run there and flee. But I think we'll try and kill a few enemies on the way as we go. That's a good point, Jack. You can just use him to resurrect, can't you? I'll check for some other magics. Around here, but there isn't any. I meant chests even. I've also got the Site 11 key. So we should be able to access all of this dungeon now at this point as well. In fact, let's just make sure that everyone we're not using is actually equipped with the cat ear hood accessory. Since the more gil we can make, the more times we can use gil toss in battle. Whereabouts do you live again, Greg? I can't remember what you told me off the top of my head. Right, the enemies at this point are still fairly simple. Okay, so we have to open this gate from the other side, which means we need to go the long way to start with. But once we've unlocked that gate from the other side, we can always access that part of the mines then, by just heading north. Which obviously makes things quite a bit easier. Right, so for those of you folks that have just joined us, we've just taken on the first battle against Gilgamesh. And it went quite well. We managed to steal both the Genji armour, which you can see Bash is using, and the Genji gloves, which gives you a chance at pulling off some combos, which is always nice. So we're still in the, not the easy part of the Lhusu Mines, but not the hard part either, so the enemies will be getting tougher than this a little bit later on. So we did come to this area to do the Antlion quest a few days ago. Ah, Canada, okay. I think one of the other Genji items does the same thing as well, Abhijit. But they're also pretty good for stats as well. I mean, Bash has become quite a useful tank for us but it was already useful even before we had the Genji armor equipped. I think we're going to get rid of Varn for now and bring Ash back in. And the reason I'm doing that is to increase her experience, since she's lacking behind a fair bit, in all honesty. So we'll give her the experience thingy back. The only thing is now, I need to make sure that Bash is going to get bubble. Right, he's going to get decoy. Can she do bubble? No, she can't. That's fine. We'll turn this on here to bubble and decoy. I mean bubble and protect. Right, so our party's getting a good range of buffs now, actually. Yeah, no problem, Abhijit. There's probably more to tell you about it as well. I'm just not thinking what it is off the top of my head. Ash seems to be stuck in casting decoy mode. Okay, she seems to have fixed that now. So with float, we can just float over the traps. That's handy. And we'll use the Site 11 key. Now this is where things are going to get hard. Yeah, no problem, Abhijit. Yeah, you do have to make choices with that Hunt Club rewards, don't you? But no, that's a pretty good choice. I think it's what I went for in my PS4 playthrough, wasn't it? So if the enemies do get really challenging, we've got quite a bit of Gil, so we can start throwing Gil around the place there. I'm just going to see if anybody here can actually cast it, or we'd have to bring Varn back in. Yeah, I think we'd have to bring Varn back in at that point. I do want to be careful so we don't get overwhelmed with enemies. But there's going to be good treasures as well that we're going to be able to loot. So hopefully we'll get as many of those as we can as well while we're in this dungeon. I wasn't actually planning on coming to the Lhusu Mines today, but since we've taken Gilgamesh on, I thought, hey, it makes sense. And Ash is levelling up, which is good to see, really. We'll see if there's any treasures down here, though this isn't the way to the Scathe materia. I'm not playing Final Fantasy VII, Scathe magic. I think that's a mimic there, isn't it? No, it's an... Oh, okay. Oh, very good. A Zwill crossblade, very good. And some Gil, and that guy's a mimic for sure. I think this is the area where we have to take on Diablos, isn't it? The hunt. Or is that somewhere else? It might be here, I think. But we haven't got that picked up at the moment, so we can't. And more treasure chests. Golden skull cap. Nice ninja blade, that one, but I don't need to equip it. Right, so we're going to be crossing the span in a moment, and once we've done that, the enemies really will get hard. So hopefully, guys, if you wish me luck, we might just make it through. But before we do that, I am just going to go ahead and open the gate so that it's permanently unlocked for us, and I won't have to keep coming this long way back around then the next time we come to the Lhusu Mines. So if we head up here, and I think that's the switch there, yep. Right, so the gate's open. That's the one that we were locked behind a moment ago when we came the wrong way. So now we can use that as a shortcut to make our way back here the next time we come to this place. Oh, I'm enjoying this actually. At the moment, because we're not getting absolutely slaughtered. So there's another switch here. That we need to go and turn that. Check for treasure chests. Abhijit, no, you're absolutely right. There's no way I'm going to take on the next Gilgamesh battle at the moment. All I'm doing is making my way through the dungeon, trying to stay alive so that we can get Scathe, which is the most powerful magic in the game. The most powerful black magic in the game. And it's deep in the Lhusu Mines. It's quite near where Gilgamesh is. But I'm not actually planning on taking him on. So hopefully that clarifies exactly what I'm doing at this point. We will have to come back here later on for Gilgamesh. But for now, I'm just focusing on getting that magic more than anything. It's a very tough fight, Abhijit. Very, very tough. Right, this bit is also quite tough. So I'm just going to run. See if we can grab the chest as we go, though. The Dragon Whisker. And then we'll just move through to the other side and heal up. So the enemies get a lot harder at this point. A lot harder. Hopefully, with Penelo on healing duty, we might stand a chance. Albeit if not a very good one. Oh, these Abystials are disgustingly sick. In fact, I think we're going to have to bring Varn in at this point. And have him cast Giltos. And I'm just checking. Bubble, Decoy and Protect. Okay. Are they dead? Yep. Yeah, they hurt a lot, they do. A lot. Right, there's a chest around here. Where is it? Oh. That's interesting. I actually did not know that was there. The Site 5 cart, you can ride it to Site 11. Oh, that's no problem, Abhijit. I wasn't planning on coming for it, actually. But I thought since we're in the Lhusu Mines, we could give it a go. How much gil have we got? 346,000. I'm just trying to be conscious about that because that's what's keeping us alive at the minute, is that Giltos ability. Yeah, so for those of you just joining us, we've taken on Gilgamesh, the first fight with Gilgamesh. It went okay, it's not too difficult. But we've come into the difficult part of the Lhusu Mines because we want to try and get Scathe magic. Now, Scathe magic is very, very, very powerful, but it's tricky to get as well. So we're just going to do our best here, see how far we can get through this dungeon. And this is where things start getting harder now. We get the really tough enemies. And Varn's throwing gil all over the place here to try and take these guys out. Bash is taking tons of damage. And I think we just need to manually do Giltos at this point. What am I doing? Missed.
It cannot end us.
Oh, I was hoping that was going to kill them. Instead it killed us. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, we've got one down. We've got one down. Which means we're getting there. so close. This is getting painful. So I think the best way to take these out. What have we got? 266,000 gil. Okay, let's switch a couple of characters out here. We'll bring Fran in for a moment. And Ash. And Fran is not going to cast that because that is pointless. I think Firegar might help if she can stay alive through this cast. Yep. Okay, that works well. That worked well. I think we're going to keep Fran in and she can cast AoE magics. Oh, by golly, this place is tough. The only tricky thing is that we do need some better healing than what we've got at the moment. Right, let's bring out the party members back to life. I think we're going to take Varn out and bring Fran in. And we're just going to have her cast Firegar. We'll do party leader's target on that one. And just make sure she's buffing the right person as well. Oh yeah, thanks Small Trap. Nice battle indeed. Quite tricky for trash. Yeah, Cura Jar's a good idea as well. Abaji, since it's massive AoE damage. The problem is I don't think all of the enemies there, such as the bats for example, are going to be damaged by that. They're going to be healed. And there's not even any chests in that place. That's really annoying. After we made that kind of effort. Right, forget silencing and blinding for now. At least forget silencing. Have we got blind? No, yet. Let me just have a look. Blind Gar even. Yeah, we have. Let's use that instead. And the other thing I just want to do briefly is make sure that Fran is replenishing MP. She is. So Firegar is doing a lot of damage, and above all, it's actually saving us some money. Let's just make sure that everyone's equipped here correctly. I could actually put Reflect on our party and do more damage, but okay, that sounds good to me. I'm not sure actually, Jay. Maybe it is Abbey Steel. It could be. But anyway, this guy is undead. So I'm just going to slow things down a touch here. And we can actually use Penello to cast Cura Jar. If she stays alive long enough to do so.
I can't.
Apparently not. So we'll resurrect her, and we do need to get Bash healed with a Kronos tier. So I'm going to set a Gambit up on Fran to do that. Yada 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 yada. Let's get rid of some of these. We don't need these at the moment. So we'll go Remedy, and also Kronos tier. And you can use Ally Any on these. You don't need to actually select a specific status ailment. This is one of the areas where the AI will actually be clever enough to figure out when to use this and when not to. I don't know if these guys can be blinded actually. They don't seem to be taking to blind very well. Right, let's do that one again. There we go, one's down. I'm going to turn blind off. It's not helping us, it's just hindering us at the moment. Yeah, and Fire Guard should help out a lot more now. There we go. We'll start by heading down unless this enemy's seen us. I don't think so. That trap's quite nasty, so we'll try and avoid it. Ah, the urn. Where's Fran? Fran, get here. Come and do something. Yeah, Father Guard's helping a lot. I like that. Cure the jar, Pinello? That was cutting it close. Abhijit, it's hard to say. They're both... Oh, that's good to know. J. Carl, thanks for confirming that. Hello, Michael. Now, thanks for joining us live today. If I'm acting a little bit quiet on the stream, it's because we're trying to make our way through the Lhusu Mines, and it's quite challenging. We're in the hard part of the zone, since we're going for the Scathe magic, which is right at the other end. And our characters are still fairly low level in comparison to the dungeon, and underprepared. So I'm having to concentrate a bit, but it's great to have you with us. To answer your question, Abhijit, all the mages are different, really. So obviously your white mage is best at healing, black mage is best at damage. And then your time battle mage is obviously best at buffing and what have you. So I can't really say which is best. They're all good depending on the situation. So I don't know if that helps or not. But it's probably the best answer I can offer to you. No, I think you'll probably be right, to be honest, J. Cole. I think you'll probably be right. In fact then, let's set her up with a gambit, shall we? Since all the enemies around here seem to be undead. And if they're not, then I'm sure we can fix that by just turning the gambit off again. Yeah, no, you're right, look, Curajar has just destroyed and decimated these bats. So thanks for that tip there, J. Cole. Hopefully this place now is going to be at least a little bit easier. I just want to make sure that Fran's MP is going to be okay. I thought we'd taken... What's it called? It's a green magic, isn't it? Siphon. Let's set her up with Siphon. I think I might have that gambit set up wrong though. I can't remember how best to use the Siphon gambit. Ah, Glimmering Robes. I wonder if they're going to be any good for Pinello or anybody. Mystic Armour 12. So it looks like they could be substantially upgradable for Pinello there. And the golden skull cap as well. Yeah, it's going to take a big hit with her spamming Curajar. She has actually got an accessory equipped, which reduces MP cost by half. So that is actually helping substantially as well. Oops. So she can have the golden skull cap and the glimmering robes. Nice upgrade, both of which we managed to get from this dungeon as well. Wow, 4 of these guys. That could potentially be quite nasty. Oh, but look at all this damage we're doing now. Ain't that beautiful? Oh, we're blitzing through this place now with a nice Curajar and Firegar setup going. Oh, they're all dead. Wonderful stuff. Oh, that worked well. That worked very well. Well, let's see if we can keep this going then. Might even be able to grab some more of these treasures as we go. Yeah, Bash is doing hardly any damage, but he's keeping the attention of the enemies with decoy activated on him. Yeah, it helps. Oh, take care then, Abhishek. Thanks for stopping by today, mate. It's been good to chat to you. Thanks for your tips as well. Well, I can show you the combos I'm using, Greg. I missed what you posted, sorry. But you can also look at my PS4 walkthrough for some good combinations as well that I used on that playthrough. So I'm just exploring this area slowly so we can open all the chests. I know some of them were getting gil instead of the items that are contained within. But even so, there's only one item I'm really after, and that's the Scathe magic. Which comes a little bit later. I'd say that's true. Hello, Goku. Welcome. Yeah, I'd say you can beat this game. I don't know if I'd say whatever combos you choose. I mean, if you went for 12 white mage job combinations, that could make things a little bit tricky. That said, most job combinations, even if they would, you know, you think they'd gimp you, are probably going to see you through the content, one way or another. Where's Fran gone? Fran, get over here. Right, the problem with Fran is she's got this siphon thing, but I don't think I've got the gambit set up correctly. It says transfer MP from one foe to the caster, so that should be okay, shouldn't it? Since it's already set to target foes. Oh, congrats, Goku. Well done on that, mate. Yeah, you should be fine with whatever combinations you've chosen, to be honest. Like I say, as long as you haven't picked like 12 white mages or something, then it shouldn't be a big deal. Right, let's just keep moving here. Chest. Arcturus. Oh, that's beautiful. Where's our machinist? That'd be Pinello. Arcturus is actually a very powerful gun, but I'm not going to use it since she's white maging around at the moment. And we're actually making some pretty decent progress here. Right, this siphon is definitely not working the way it's set up, so I'm just going to go ahead. Let me just see what options we've got here. Alright then, Jack. Have a good time at work. I'm just having a look at it now, Do Full Duff. It does say it targets foes, but I don't think it is. Right, here we go. Character HP, nope. Character MP, that's it. That's what I wanted. Foe, character MP, less than 10%. That is exactly what we wanted there. I've got it sorted, I think, now, J. Carl. I had it set up wrong. But now she's still not casting it. What in the world is going on? Oh, greater than 10%. Does that say greater? Oh, my goodness. It's this one we want. Oh, save me, please. Right, that should be it now. Yes, now she's casting Siphon correctly. Albeit she's not getting a lot of MP from it. But I'm pretty sure it's set up right now. I am pretty sure. Okay. So let's go and grab some chests. So here we've got a secret area. These are mimics, I believe. Yep. Pandora mimics. Let's go ahead and turn that Gambit off for Penelo, otherwise she's going to start healing. Okay, no, Fran's Gambit is now working. She started to get MP back. So I think we're all good. Once more. Siphon actually works better as well than Charge, because Charge has a chance of failing. Well, let's just wait a sec for Penelo to get everyone back up to good health here. Yeah, that's it, Jay. Oh, that's good, Greg. I've got a Logitech G15 keyboard. I don't know if that's different to yours or not. I've had it for a good few years now, and it's absolutely disgusting. It needs a good clean. But I watched a video on YouTube at taking it all apart to do so, and I thought, yeah, that's too much effort. So it's still working though. It's still working, which is good. Right, please avoid the traps. Are there no treasures? Oh, there's one treasure. A whale whisker. Yeah, Bash isn't doing a whole lot of damage. I mean, to be honest, his Genji gloves are working, and I think they do help to at least keep the aggro of the enemy. But other than that, they're not helping in terms of doing a whole lot more damage, because his damage is low anyway. Right, so we're getting there. We're making progress here. Right, we can go ahead now and turn the Gambit back on to cast Cure Jar on the enemy, since it is helping us big time in this place. And we're getting like 2,000 experience, so it's good for levelling up as well. I'm thinking what we're going to do is give Fran the embroidered tippet. So we're not putting that 2,000 experience to waste. Why get 2,000 when you can get 4,000, since it doubles the amount? I think looting this place is going to be a big help. Come on, Penelo. Try and get into range, please. Yep, Cure Jar. I thought you was going to be healing Bash then for a moment. Thought you might actually care that Bash stays alive. So we've actually got some good gambits set up now. I think it's working well in this place, because of the undead mobs and what have you. I mean, Fran keeps having to cast Siphon, which is really annoying, actually. These guys don't seem to have a whole lot of MP. So I'm now thinking that Siphon is not that good. And we're going to go back to Charge. There are places where Siphon does work a lot better. But after all that, I've decided this is not one of those places. The enemy has to actually have MP in order for you to suck it out. Uh-oh. Things are getting nasty. Things are turning pretty scary here. Oh, okay, J. Cole. That way we can stop having to turn the Cure Jar Gambit on and off. I'll have a look at that now, shall I? If we go to Pinello here. And then if I do forget to turn it off. The only problem with this gambit is if you have undead enemies surrounded by non-undead enemies. There you go, look, you're right. Then Kurajai is going to AoE heal even the non-undead enemies, I think. Which could be problematic. So Fran is now getting something ridiculous like 4,000 experience every single kill here. Mage Power Shishak. I can't remember exactly what that item is. Oh yeah, see you later, Greg. Thanks for stopping by today, mate. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming later, but I'll post on YouTube if I am. And we're getting so close now to where the Scathe magic spawns. It's been a real slog, this hasn't it? A real slog. But hopefully it's going to be worth it. We've got some good treasures even apart from that magic. There we go. Just going to throw a few ethers around the place here. Probably stock up on some more at some point as well, since we're using a lot of magics. And interestingly, I don't use magic a whole lot in a lot of Final Fantasy games, since physical attacks tend to be the way to go. But in Final Fantasy 12, they are very, very powerful, especially in certain situations. Such as this one, for example. Yeah, thanks, J. Cole. It does, doesn't it, unfortunately. It was great against those mimics a moment ago. Not so good against the undead skeleton things that don't have a whole lot of MP, if any. I'm going to turn those cure gambits off as well, because they're there to top up party members' health after battle. But they're just being a hindrance more than anything. They're keeping out other party members at range from the enemies, so they're not doing there with the gambits. Yeah, that's a good idea, J. Cole. Siphoning from allies that don't use magic. Such as siphoning from Bash, for example. The problem is Bash needs MP. Where the heck is Fran? Come on, Fran, keep laying on that fiber guard, please. Bash is going to be in trouble here if we don't get these guys down pretty soon. Oh no, decoy. We need Kronos tier quite high up on the list. Okay. Come on, get Bash decoyed up, please. Right, we need to just go ahead and start using him to heal, I think. How many X potions have we got? Oh, plenty. No, that didn't work. Just thinking the best way to take these guys out now that they're absolutely obliterating us here. I'm thinking maybe a quickening charge. If we can get everyone alive long enough to cast one here. I've got a better idea, actually. And that idea comes in the name of Exodus. Although it might not work. Oh, it'll work, but I mean, Varnsteel might get obliterated summoning the...
I can't.
Or cancelling the summon there. But we'll see. So if we can keep Varn alive, Exodus should do a heck of a lot of damage to these guys. So Technics, Comet. We just need to keep Varn alive more than anything. And that didn't happen, unfortunately. So it's good night to Exodus. Oh, this is just going haywire at the moment. It really is. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Right then, let's go ahead here and do a mist. Come on, don't die, don't die, don't die. Please don't die. No! We need to get a mist charge off here. I think we have. It's only 2-player one.
Please.
But it might just be enough to finish these guys off. Then we can get everyone else resurrected. And hopefully we're back on a winning roll again. This is a real slog, isn't it? I think it was before the last time I did this as well. On the PS4. When these enemies start ganging up on you,
Heads up.
it can become a bit of a challenge.
I never miss.
So I don't know how high a chain we're going to get here with just 2 party members, but hopefully enough to kill these enemies. Otherwise we'll be loading up our autosave. Good job that you do get autosaves, but it's quite substantially far from where we are.
I never miss.
So again, let's hope this is going to be enough to kill them.
I never miss. My regards.
A lot of fires of war here. We're so close as well, so close. I think if
Please.
this doesn't kill them, I might just run, because the save crystal where we can heal up is literally like a 5-second run away from here. But with our other party members dead, it's a bit of a risk phase.
I love this one. Heads up.
Is that going to be the last one?
No
Ah.
holding back.
Ah, nice 3 missed thingy-majig. Probably to finish off with before the concurrents. Right, folks, I can see if you've joined us over the last few minutes. And we're just trying to survive the Lhusu Mines, the hard portion of the Lhusu Mines, in order to collect these Scathe magic, which has been no easy feat, it has to be said. But we've done well to get as far as we've got. And I'm just having to use a limit, so not a limit, a quickening chain here on some trash, because it started to really slaughter us. And I think they're all dead. Ah, fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. So everyone just does what they want to do. Let's bring our other party members back to life here. And we'll just bring Varn back to life as well. Okay, and I think once again we're good to go. Ah, that's better. Bash. So we'll go ahead and just give Varn some MP. Get her through to the last bit. There's like literally a few feet to run though here. I'm just wasting ethers here because our charge keeps... Oh no, it worked that time, that's good. Right, chest. Another chest. I'm not taking on Gilgamesh at the moment, but hopefully this journey will be easier the next time we make it. Any chests in here? Nope. Yeah, thanks, J. Cole. It's a tough one, that, wasn't it? It was a tough one. Right, guys. Hey, Scathe. Brilliant, we've got it. And we can actually go ahead and save as well. I'm just going to see if Fran can cast Scathe yet. Nope, she can't at the moment, so we just need to teach her the license. Right, Black Mage. There it is. And we'll teach her Scourge ready as well and Flare because they're also powerful, although we don't have them yet. Just teach her all of these Black Mage abilities while we're here. Blizzagar. I wonder why she didn't have that learned. And now instead of casting Firegar, she's going to be casting Scathe. Although, a lot of those enemies should still be dead. So, let's start making the trek back. It's mostly going to be avoiding traps though, this time. At least that's the working theory. Sometimes our party members don't always pay attention to that. Yay, Scathe. Look at that. Look at that. That is sickening. Absolutely sickening. But that is going to help us so much now. In some of these other parts of the game that we're going to be coming up to. Yeah, that's what I'm liking. So Scathe is the strongest black magic in the game, and now it's ours. And Fran is going to be used a lot from this point of the game. It's an AoE effect as well. And it seems that now we've got Scathe, this place has been, so far anyway, it's a lot easier making our way out than it has coming in. Woohoo! I like it. And we're getting some good experience as well, which is always a bonus. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it, Ferngully? It looks mean, it acts mean. It's just generally a black magic you want to get as quickly as you can. As in, as early in the game as you can. I mean, how much quicker was this to get out of the challenging section than it was to get in? It did like 15,000 points of damage then. I will skip these still though. Oops. Oh, that's a rare mob. I kind of want to kill it.
It cannot end us.
What is going on? It's all going wrong now. And we need to bring people back to life. Okay, we need to run. I know the rare mob spawned. But I don't want to get game over. Cruizel, hello. Small trap. Welcome. We've just been sludging our way through the Lhusu Mines in order to get the most powerful black magic, which is the Scathe magic. And we actually managed to do so, which was quite handy. Let me just see if the bombshell guy's still there. Yeah, he is. But can we kill him? Oh, he's challenging. He's hard. He's going down though. But then so are we. think he's got something to steal. But I'm just going to kill him. He's almost there. Almost there.
It cannot end us.
Goodness me. Yeah, I killed Gilgamesh. Yes, Scathe is fast. Well, actually no, I didn't kill Gilgamesh. I did the first fight with Gilgamesh. I didn't even try the second because of how challenging that one is. But we'll probably come back to it soon, I would imagine. Slow down, slow down. Varn, I want you to summon Exodus, please. Oh no, that is a real pain, you're right. Oh, I had it on fast mode, I didn't get Varn out of the way, that's really annoying. Look how close this guy is to dying. But then, goodness me, look how close we are to dying. Slow down, slow down. Well, let's try and go for a quickening chain then. To finish him off. Hiya Brandon, how you doing, mate?
Please.
We've just been taken by surprise by this rare mob here. So we're trying to just kill the last part of his health bar here. Although it's become quite challenging to do so.
Let me show you how it's done.
We've taken on the first part of the Gilgamesh hunt and stole the Genji armour and the Genji gloves. And we've also gone through the Lhusu Mines, collected a bunch of useful treasure, including the awesome Scathe magic. So we've made some good progress here on the stream today. That said, I didn't even try and take on Gilgamesh's second battle, since I just know we're not going to be prepared for it at the moment. Come on, come on. I think we've probably done enough anyway to maybe finish this guy off. Oh, that's useful, Daniel. I could do with some high ethers now, actually. You know, once I've stocked up on high ethers, I think you can purchase them, actually, a little bit later. I literally get rid of the charge gambits, get rid of the siphon gambits, I don't use those, and I just have gambit use high ether when MP less than 10%. And that just works the best. Yeah, you have to keep purchasing them. But that is just the quickest way of keeping the MP up of your casters.
Here goes.
And since you'd probably be swimming in money, at least I should be with the cat ear hood accessories, stocking up on X potions, remedies, and high ethers will just be a common thing to do. Right, is this guy dead? Let's hope. Yep. Right, let's sort our party back out here. Wait for Ash to finish her buffs. And then we'll bring Fran back in as well. And she can scathe all these weak enemies to death then, can't she? And we're so close to getting that lovely orange save crystal once more. Oh, okay, Brandon. I don't remember that one off the top of my head. I did get all the rare game in the PS4 version of the game. There's a lot of them, so I've forgotten a few of them now. But yeah, there are some challenging ones, aren't there? There are some challenging ones, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and get that lovely save file there. And we've done it. We've got Scathe, and we've taken on the first part of Gilgamesh, and we've got some other treasures as well. So we can go ahead, have a look at the licenses, see what would be good to equip, what we need, what we don't need. And I think I'll finish off the stream there then, folks. So that's taking it out of me a bit. But I'm probably going to be back now tomorrow. I was hoping to stream tonight, but I think I'm going to need a rest, to be honest. So I'm going to stream same time again tomorrow, 2:30 PM UK time. Hopefully you guys will come and join me for that. Thanks for stopping by today. I've got a Star Ocean video going live later for those that are watching that series. So thanks for your patience on that. I know I haven't been putting them out too quickly. But I have been live streaming a lot, so that's why. But yeah, I'm going to finish the stream then, folks. So thanks for those that have joined us. It's been great chatting to you. I've had some fun today. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Going to go ahead and just minimise the game here, so that I can finish the stream. Goodbye all.